Okay, kids, what is happening? My name is Chris. It would be wonderful if you would subscribe to our channel. It's almost December. We'd like to keep you posted about what will be happening this off season. The best way to stay posted is get subscribed. Thank you for that. All right, week 13 is on the near horizon, and each week, our first order of business, the waiver wire. Here are the shallow league ads in advance of week 13. I think the clear winner of the replacement running back sweepstakes last week was Jonathan Williams. He was my number one deeper league ad for week 12. He was very good again, and we still don't know when Marlon Mack might be back from his fractured hand. Williams played way ahead of Jordan Wilkins. Titans, Buccaneers, next 2 weeks, don't love it, but he'd be the most usable of these shallow league ads. These percentages, by the way, are ownership numbers in Yahoo leagues. Darius Geis didn't follow up week 11 with a great game in week 12. That's an understatement, but he's playing. If you have an emergency, week 13 against Carolina, it's a pretty good matchup. Bo Scarborough, a lot of work in week 12 and looked pretty good against Washington, but I hate Chicago, and then Vikings, Buccaneers, Broncos, that's a disaster of a 4-game schedule waiting to happen. It's hard to trust any number 3 fantasy receiver over any other number 3 fantasy receiver, so adding Deebo Samuel to your lineup mix will probably just complicate your 10-team league lineup even further, but Samuel has been red hot, is a good player in the open field, and Ryan Griffin, not a lot of volume as the Jets tight end, but he scored again. If you're looking for a tight end solution, it's not bad to keep riding. In deeper leagues, for players owned in 1/3 of Yahoo leagues or fewer, here would be my preliminary list. I don't think we're talking about any definitive league winners in any of these names. If you watch Monday morning's show, you'll see Rashaad Penny highlights that matter. Very clearly, we do not know what the Seahawks plan on doing going forward with fumbling Chris Carson. All we really know is that of the 9 running back snaps that mattered after Carson's second fumble, Penny played 8 of them, and he played well. I think you can add Rashaad Penny speculatively to see what happens. I'll get to Snell and Jack Doyle in a moment. Darryl Williams, another possible speculative add, but LaShawn McCoy is healthy, and Damian Williams we actually don't know about yet. I guess if Damian is still hurt, Darryl could have some short-term value. And then A.J. Brown, his best day as a pro Sunday, but obviously it's been so up and down in Tennessee. I don't really think film analysis is really even the answer with Brown because he's pretty good. I'm not debating that. I'm just not that interested in the Titans' passing game most weeks. It feels to me adding Brown just gives you one more name not to know what to do with every week. So we'll be back in a second and we'll talk more about Snell and Doyle. It's gift-giving time. How about a gift for yourself? The gift of an Audible membership. For a limited time, Audible's offering more than half off your first 3 months. So every month you get to choose 1 audiobook and 2 exclusive Audible originals you can't hear anywhere else. And when you start your account, you also get 1 audiobook and 2 Audible originals for free. And you know what? I have novels I've written and read out loud on Audible. Slotback Rhapsody, Tulsa, a couple others. If you make one of my books your free audiobook, then send me a screen cap. You'll be a person of the book. You'll be in our Sunday morning live stream. Ask me lineup questions every Sunday for free. Visit audible.com/HarrisTube or text HarrisTube to 500-500. 3 months of Audible, just $6.95 a month, and get one of my books and become a person of the book. Audible.com/HarrisTube or text HarrisTube to 500-500. Sometimes it's useful to watch film on players, and even if you determine they're not the best, okay, well, that can still help us, so we don't get overly excited about them. That would probably be the case with Benny Snell, who came back from a knee procedure and took over the main Steelers running back gig Sunday in Cincinnati. Pittsburgh's offense was dormant early, dormant often. This first possession backed up against their own goal line, and this catch doesn't get the first down. It prevents a safety. It's a good catch, an athletic play to go up and make sure at least it's not going to be a pick six. I thought this one had the chance to be a chunk play. It's a good seal on the left side by the Steeler offensive line with number 66 there, David DeCastro, pulling. But Snell isn't fast getting to the edge, and then once he gets to the edge, it's well blocked. He basically is one-on-one. He's got one man to beat. And listen, it's a good tackle. Sometimes just there are good tackles. I don't want to take that away from the defender, but Snell doesn't really have evasive maneuvers. This one is called back for holding anyway, but that's another good block, and I'm not sure why Snell is jumping over the lineman. Maybe just cut it upfield into the hole the lineman just made. This one's a little better. It's another well-blocked play. I thought the Steeler line was pretty decent in this game, and in traffic, it's not an amazing cut to turn it up, but I think most of the time Snell knows what he is. 224 pounds. He's a moose. He's a bruiser. He's short, but strong. Hit it hard. Go to the next play. It's a valuable line to run behind, and when Snell sees it and just goes, you wouldn't say he's bad. He's sort of a generic north-south power runner. This one's nice to get real simple. Just squeeze into a gap, hit the linebacker, get 6 yards. And this was the run that killed a lot of the clock. 3rd and 1, Bengals selling out to make the stop, force a 4th down, force a field goal, get the ball back, and Snell, not all that fast, but fast enough to beat number 21 there, Darqueze Dennard to the spot, and it winds up being a 21-yard gain. The appeal in adding Snell is the surprise of seeing Jalen Samuels take an obvious back seat to him in this game. Samuels fell just short of 400 catches. He had 3. And Snell was the closest thing the Steelers could offer to a feature back. And it's not a very good offense. It's not a very aggressive offense. Now, also, James Conner might be back as soon as this week. I think Snell might still have a role. But more importantly, Conner's injury prone, so Snell might be a worthy hold even if Conner does return. I'd rather take the chance on Penny. He's got more athletic ability than Snell. And again, watch the Monday morning show for a sample of his plays. But Benny Snell has a path to value as well. Next up, I want to talk about Jack Doyle, but first let's talk Eric Ebron. We'll highlight him here for you, number 85. I want you to watch how he blocks on this run play, which is to say, nice effort, murder holes. He's not a good player. He's never been a good player, last year notwithstanding. Now he's on IR. I didn't see him get hurt. I do not think he'll be back in Indianapolis. And in his place, nobody is here to tell you Jack Doyle is great. He's a way worse athlete than Ebron, but he tries, I can tell you that. As an underneath guy, he'll run a not super deceptive route here. He's a good route runner. He'll catch the ball. He'll steamroll in one direction. He's slow. He runs good routes. He has very good power. It's likely to be a lot of this stuff. Doyle is Kyle Rudolph. Possession stuff. Hopeful for a touchdown. Hopeful maybe for a little bit of volume on check down stuff. But certainly, as a player, more reliable. Just an example from a few weeks ago of what I mean when I say good routes. He's in the slot right here. It's a pretty simple stick, nod, go. They teach that in junior high. Watch Doyle execute it perfectly, and he's free, and it's an easy touchdown. Close quarters, tight windows, good hands, nice footwork, slow as molasses. So you know what a player like this is, and it's not sexy. The Colts may introduce Mo Alley-Cox into the mix a bunch more as the move tight end, and that might limit the situational appeal of adding Doyle. But as I keep saying, if you're looking around for solutions at tight end, it's never bad to try a guy for a week. And if he does something, keep trying him. Doyle basically won't ever catch balls down the field, but he's also not just Darren Fells. He has some wiggle to him in the open field and definitely has some strength. I'd imagine against the Titans in Week 13, I'm going to get Jack Doyle inside my top 12 tight ends, and then we shall see. Thanks so much for watching. Please, please, please smash that like button. Write a comment, tell us who else you'd like to see us review film on, and of course, best of all, please subscribe to our channel and then click that little bell above the subscribe button and you'll be notified whenever we post a new video.